Merlin 3D, a new dimension in network magic. The final PSIRT report. Hey everybody, my name is John Capobianco and I wanted to show you the final PSIRT report. We're finally there. All the data's been overlaid. I've got my lighting system that's dynamic. Let's take a look. And then I've got something really exciting and something brand new that I'm going to share with you at the very end. Alright, so let's take a quick look here. And I'm in Blender, and wow, does this ever turn out great. So I have my Merlin logo, the PSIRT logo, everything's three-dimensional. I have the release that we've sent to the PSIRT. So this was 935, and then the list fixed releases is 936. Okay, we have 4 skulls because there's 4 advisories, and they rank from, white, medium, to yellow, to orange, all the way to the red at the end here. We can see that the shadows are casting on the walls. We have all of the time information and the URLs. We have information on the side. Just absolutely wonderful. And having a little bit of camera problems, but it's really turned out great. And what we can do here is say view viewpoint front, and that will give us the front view straight on, which is pretty nice. We can also view viewpoint from above or from the top, right, where we have the time information. And we can also zoom around and just check it out. It's pretty neat. So this is a 9.8, and we have the skull with the eyes and the critical. Just incredible. This is all up on GitHub and ready for you to use. And the other thing I've tried, and in the repository, if I show you the code real quick, I went and found an old iOS version. So in the templates PSIRT, there's an old iOS, and this is like 15.4.1. It's from like 2019, and there's just pages and pages and pages of advisories. So if you load this JSON into the sample PSIRT file and regenerate everything, meaning run the Docker container, the Blender will react and will list about 50 different skulls. So I've tested all that at scale and it works. Now for something new, let me just bring it back to the chatting. This is wonderful in Blender, but how can I democratize this? How can I make this available to people outside of having to load it into a thick Blender client, right? Is there a web service? Is there a way I can take this Blender and present it in a web page? Well, guess what, right? Yes, we can. So let's take a look at some new technology here. All right. So I've been poking around. Let me come back to that. And there used to be something called, let me go to their homepage here. There used to be something called Blender for Web, but it seems to be deprecated as of 2.7 or something. And I don't know the state of that product, but it didn't work for me. So then I was looking around, and this Verge 3D, okay, Verge 3D, and it's pretty simple. You download it and install it, and then in Blender, once it's installed, you come into your preferences, add-ons, Verge, and just click the box and turn it on and relaunch Blender. All right, I'm done with this Blender for now. I'm not going to save that. So then once it's installed, and I'm going to click this button because they have some nice YouTube videos. So just follow these YouTube videos. It's all I've done, and I'm on the second YouTube video. And what we do is, I'll show you here. We create a new app and we give it a name. That's going to come with some default stuff. All right? And then what you do is it will give you this where we open it in Blender. Okay? And it's in a different file location than your original Blender. Now, what I've done is, I didn't save that. That's too bad. Well, what I'm going to do is this lighting system doesn't actually work. We can't use the lighting or the plane. So I'm going to flush out some things here. Let me show you this real quick. I'm going to flush out the floor lighting system. And don't forget, this is saved in a different location. So we're not actually deleting anything here from our main Blender. And we don't want the plane. And there's one more spotlight, the right spotlight. All right, so now that we're lighting free, and we kind of have our shell system here, I see, and I didn't bring in my logos. I'm wondering why. See my collection? I can't go into my collection, only my animation nodes. And I'm wondering why that is. But anyway, for now, or I might need to add the logos and such. But for now, let's just stop there. What I want to do, let me save this. And what I'm going to do is file export it, and export it to this new Verge 3D GITF format. And I'm going to overwrite that file. Now back inside of my app manager, and they'll give you a little app manager on your desktop that you can launch. Or even from Blender now, I believe. There's an app manager button up here we could click to launch the app manager. So in the app manager, we have the link to the Blender file we were just in. But this is the runnables. So this is the actual GLTF format that we just exported, and let's take a look. Well, pretty neat, right? And what I can do is if I hold the left mouse in, I can rotate the camera, which is incredible. The mouse zooms in and out, and the right pans. And I can do a pan and zoom at the same time if I hold them in. So it's pretty incredible. Now, we lost our lighting and we lost our plane, but that's okay. I'm going to show you something. All right, now that's now in a web browser. Look at this. This is in HTML. Meaning I can host this up on the web or on a web server somewhere and look at it's that same file with the same buttons in an HTML page. Now I've lost my logo, but that's okay. I'll just adjust this to put the logo in. Not a big deal. Or I'll see why my animations aren't coming in when I link it. But this is ready to go for the web. Now, what I found was, and this is going to be the back end of my automateyournetwork.ca. Let's try to add an application. I've never done this before. So let's see PSIRT as the application name. And title PSIRT, iframe height and width, allow full screen. Choose the files, upload folder. Now I'm wondering, what am I uploading here? Am I uploading... well, let me save this and let me save as. I guess I just upload this whole applications folder. Let me see if I can copy this. I don't know. I don't know what I need to include here for my, let me see about the WordPress. Hang on, before we, there's something called documentation, John, that we could read before I proceed here. And it was underneath, where was it? I'm under the getting started. Where's the beginner's guide? And there is a WordPress thing here somewhere. Publishing your own. Here we go. Using WordPress plugin. All right, uploading applications. Choose files and select an application folder in the update form. All right, so I just point to that folder. All right, so choose files. And PSIRT. Upload. This will load all the files from PSIRT. Yes, upload. 26 files. I don't know. Let's just see here. Upload. And then I believe I get an iframe that I can put into a new post. And this is actually forcing me to use automateyournetwork.ca. Since I'm so busy developing, I haven't been writing blog posts lately. But let's just try this out. So this, I don't know how long this is going to take. Let me come back to you once these files have uploaded, because again, I'm on the poor DSL connection. Once they're uploaded, let's see if we can make a WordPress post of this iframe. All right, I'll see you real soon. I'm really excited. This all worked out wonderfully. It's all web ready. You're not going to believe this. I'm not even going to show my face. Check it out. Okay, so we were back here in Verge applications, and I just, uploaded those 26 files, and what I end up with is an actual HTML page and a short code that we can embed in other pages and posts. Pretty sweet, right? So let's look at this. This is what it looks like in the web. Now it might take a minute to render here. And remember, your mouse controls the camera. Even though I didn't add a camera, the left and right mouse buttons control, the swing, or like, see where I'm located is the right mouse and the actual angle is the left mouse, and I can do both together. Or I can wheel in and rotate around, and I can rotate down to see the timestamp stuff. Now, it looks like it doesn't like these fonts now that I really look at it in the web. See how these fonts are all goofy? So I may have to pick some normal fonts. And it doesn't look like it's the danger font, to be honest. It looks like it's this other font. So anyway, who cares, right? It's not about the font. I have this in the web. This is on my homepage, Automate Your Network, in the web, in the cloud. I'm just so amazed by that. So then we can also embed it. So I made a post here, and I'll show you. You just embed the shortcode in your WordPress post like this. And then if I visit this page, it's going to be my first post now, we get a little iframe version of that same browser, or that same animation. Now, you'll notice there's no lighting system, and I'm going to lose the Python and the lighting in that, but I mean, that's a minor trade-off, and it has its own lighting system. So, geez, it's taking a long time here to load up my homepage. While that loads, let me chat. So it has its own logic system, this tool that I'm using, that we can use puzzle pieces to make logic and cameras and lighting. So I'm not too worried that I've lost some lighting. I'm hoping I can add some similar logic and add some new lighting. And I have my management I/O graph to export, my show IP interface brief. Now the less dynamic ones probably work better, because I'm not going to be able to continuously refresh this unless I have some sort of CI/CD pipeline set up, which may come. But something like interface brief, where we just refresh it and keep the last version up on a web page, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to export that one next and get it up on automateyournetwork.ca. All right, we'll see you soon. Geez, I got so excited I forgot I wanted to show you what it looked like as an iframe. So here is my latest post, and check it out. Check it out. Right in my browser as an iframe. What is going on? What? No. Like, it's wicked. Now, sure, I have the trial there, right? This open source is going to cost me more money than it's going to make me. But maybe I'll register this so that my animations don't have the trial. But there you go. There you go, right inside of the iframe. My goodness, my goodness. Let's just keep scrolling. I wanted to go this way. Yeah, look at, oh my goodness. And look at, there's the yellow, the medium. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Well, that might be one of the coolest things I've done in the history of my time with technology. And I've done a lot of pretty cool things. But I can't ever remember being so excited as to host a 3D animation of network state information with skulls and lights and colors up on the internet in a few clicks, So thanks very much for your support. And this is just going to get better and better and better. Wait till I get more and more of these animations going, and we'll get them up on the web. All right, thanks again, and stay safe. Get vaccinated, please. Thank you.